Okay, as you can see by me showing you this video picture right now on my cell phone, which you can see the date and the time, you can literally see that I am showing you that today's date is 11/29/2013. I'm even going to go to a voice feature that will literally have the phone tell you what the time is.
Say a command.
Time and date.
November 29th, Friday, 12:09 p.m. Say a command.
Okay. 11/29/2013. I want you to listen to how many times you hear gang stalk and oh my god being said around me at social services on July 23rd, 2013. Okay? You can literally see the date and time right there. Okay? You're listening for gang stalk and oh my god being repetitively said around me. Just listen.
What is today's date, by the way? 23rd. No, because when we rent out the property, our concern is just basically the expenses that she has. So if she has any receipts showing any maintenance that was done on the property in the past 12 months, or if she had painted, any repair work, she's got receipts. No, she's renting them. It's the same, but if you're for cashing, you do have to get, but if she owes more than what the council will provided verification that they owed more than what the house was and then whatever's left over after deducting all that stuff is going to be whatever payments. Okay. After subtract the taxes, insurance, okay, so and the mortgage. And the mortgage. It should have the total balance. The one I saw actually gave me what the value of the property was on top of it.
Alright, you just need to see my proof of income. Alright, now this right here is a statement of how much I should be bringing home every month. But in October of 2011, they stopped paying my Medicare premium, so I've only been getting $750 something since October. That occurred on 7/23/2013 at the Social Services office off of Ruffin Road. Okay? Way over, I think it's in Cerro Mesa, California. Now, we're ready to scroll right now to folder A, and that occurred on 7/23/2013. Now, what I'm going to show you right now is gang stalking being yelled around me inside of SDSU, okay, on 7/13/2013. And I'm going to be transferring over to you the last 3 minutes of this audio file. I'm in a bathroom, okay, and while I'm in the bathroom, okay, and then right before and you'll hear the toilet flush, and then right when I come out, an individual says it, and then a girl yells it, okay, and then as soon as that happens, I make a discreet statement in my microphone that's attached to the tape recorder. And the microphone is right at my neck collar, attached to my undershirt. The tape recorder is attached to a pouch, attached to the undergarments on my chest. So when I heard him yell it, I covered up my mouth, and then after that, what I did was I made a statement. They just yelled gang stalking, okay? And so nobody heard me say that because I covered up my mouth and tilted my head over, which would have brought me 1 inch away from the microphone. Okay, now I want you to hear how it's yelled. Gang stalk is said several times, and it's even yelled by a student. And I say, and then I ask the person what the date was. Go to any calendar and look up 7/13/2012. You'll see that occurred on Friday the 13th. That's also mentioned, and I also asked the student what university I'm at, the name of it. Just listen how you hear individuals say gang stalk in the background, and one girl yells it. Listen to this. This occurred on 2012, 10 days before the social services incident occurred. 10 days apart, 2 separate locations, same exact identical method. Gang stalk being said around me. Just listen. You'll probably hear, oh my God, too. Just listen. Oh, wait a minute. Shoot. I gotta turn it back off. I want you to listen closely to this now. Alright? You'll even hear the girl yell. What you're listening for is right after the toilet flushes.
Yelled gang stalk. What a dummy. Hey, who yelled that? Was that you? Did you just yell that? Who was it, you? I heard it. Huh? Hey, you know today's date? Oh, bad news. Hey,
Now, that was SDSU 10 days before the Social Services incident occurred. 2 separate locations, 10 days apart in the year of 2012. Now, I'm getting ready to show you right now an audio file of an incident that occurred yesterday, Thanksgiving Day, 2013, 13 months later. But what I want you to understand here is that this happens around me every single day, non-stop, continuously. That's right. But the reason why I'm showing you these 3 audio files, because I want to show you that it happened at 3 separate places, 13 months apart, which shows that it was already happening before I moved to La Jolla, because in 2012 I wasn't living in La Jolla. La Jolla is over 40 miles away from SDSU and Social Services on Ruffin Road. That's right. This right here is concerning an incident yesterday, okay? After I left a movie theater off of La Jolla Village Square, I went and saw 2 separate movies. I left from there, got on my bike, and rode my bike down a certain sidewalk. Okay? Now, I want you to listen to this. Right up the street from UCSD. The individuals that you're about ready to hear say gang stalk on this and then threaten to kick my butt, one of them has been used on over 8 to 10 to 12 different occasions harassing me. Okay? Now, I want to show you something here really fast, and I gotta state it really clearly. I'm gonna spit out some numbers to you really fast. Just listen. 20181515142613 -247-239. You might think to yourself, okay, why is she telling me these numbers? You're not going to understand why I am, because they were written for a code, for strategic and legal purposes. And the reason why I'm saying that is because those numbers, they describe a specific HA area? And is this HA area directly connected to how one of these individuals on this audio file, this incident just happening last night, November 28, 2013, Thanksgiving Day, 13 months after these incidences that you just heard, had they harassed me, at least the one guy that's on the audio file, at the location that these numbers that I just described to you, has he harassed me here? Also, I'm making a prediction as well on today's date, and I've already showed the picture of my cell phone, which shows the date and the time. Cyber surveillance is a method of gang stalking. You can go to Google and clearly see that it is. Again, I'm showing you today's date is 11/29/2013 as a result of me showing you this video picture of my cell phone. I'm going to go to the command feature once again, so you can literally see the phone.
Say a command.
Time and date.
November 29th, Friday, 12:21 p.m.
Okay, now it's now 12:22 p.m. And what the prediction I'm making right now is that any of the 2 guys that you're going to hear harassing me on this, and they also say gang stalk before they threaten me. They say it actually more than once. Cyber surveillance being a method of gang stalking, they know that I'm uploading evidence from this tape recorder and from video files that evidence is caught on. They know it. So, all they got to do, the perpetrators who are in the system, or anybody in the community who might see one of my videos with this guy's voice on it, say, hey, look, I know the sound of that voice. I know who that is. And since they say they know who that is, they might even say they know where he goes shopping at, or where he might be hanging out at. As a result, that person then says, well, we know where he's at. They eventually come up with an excuse to make it appear that they have found him. They then will say, well, they talked to him about this event, and then he'll say, well, I know where she is at in reference to those numbers. They then come to that location to evict me. And I'm predicting it right now, because these organized stalking, gang stalking expeditions will do anything, literally, and everything, literally, to make it appear that they have a normal appearing excuse to know where a person, okay, might be at in reference to a place, so they can make it appear that they know through normal appearing means in order to come and evict that person from that place. That's right. And while using a person who's intentionally let that target know that he is connected to the gang stalking and harassment of the target. Now, I just got done playing you two separate audio files of it happening at 2 separate locations 50 miles away from La Jolla. La Jolla is where I'm living at now, and that's where this incident occurred last night. I want you to listen to these guys say gang stalk And they say it more than once, and then they threaten me. So I want you to listen to it, plain as day. Okay? Here we go. Now, let me show you the date that this happened. Oh, shoot. I accidentally pressed the wrong button. Now I gotta go back and fast forward it, so hang on a second. Alright, hold on just 1 second. I gotta fast forward this audio file to the time it happened at. I pressed the wrong button. Alright, so hold on a second. Alright, hold on. Oh, and you know what? To be honest with you, check it out. You're going to hear it at the beginning of this audio file, too, when I'm still at the plaza from coming out to see a movie. Listen how you hear gang stalking me and sit around me right now. This is the same audio file the event transpired on. Listen.
I have a great
Oh, wait a minute. I unplugged the speakers. That speaker's not working very well. Just listen.
I have a great
Okay, now, alright, hold on. Alright, now it was said, but I don't know how well you could clearly hear it. So let me turn on the volume because I gotta press play to fast forward to the moment of the event. Alright, so just bear with me a second. I gotta turn on the volume, get to that place where the event transpired. Okay. And then I'm gonna turn the volume back up so you can literally hear these guys harassing me. And one of the guys has been used anywhere between 9 and 12 separate occasions. And that's why you hear me swearing at him. Okay? Now, if you can imagine you being harassed through clever means every single day, plus I've been assaulted. Okay? Twice. Go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus. Just do it. Okay? And you'll literally see me being brutally assaulted on an MTS bus. Then, what you need to do is go to Google and type in learning disabled woman exposes how MTS assault video is altered. Okay, so hang on a second. I'm almost there. Okay, I'm right. Okay. One more second. Okay, now I gotta turn the volume back up. This is one of the individuals that's playing a role in this harassment, and yes, you will hear me swearing because this individual has harassed me directly and from a distance on at least between 9 and 12 separate occasions. Okay, so I want you to listen to how he says, "Gang stalk, be nice." Listen to what he says, and then he threatens me. Listen to this. Did you hear that? All right, so let me press play and rewind it again for a second. All right, now I want you to listen to this.
What? Shut up, you fucking little bum.
Right on, asshole.
Bum? Yes, you little bum. My bums?
Be nice.
You fucking little criminals.
Be nice. No.
Get the fuck on. You fucking little criminal.
You ain't gonna talk, you gotta fuck you up.
Do it right now. I'm standing right here.
Okay, so I'm going to rewind it, and I want you to listen to him say it again.
I'm standing right here.
Here we go.
Get the fuck on. Bum. Shut up.
All right, now listen to him. Listen, they say gang stalk, and then they say be nice. Just listen.
You little bum.
Right on, asshole.
Bum? Yes, you little bum.
And they just said gang stalk there too. They just said it cleverly. All right, I'm going to rewind it so you can hear it, so you can hear it being said there too.
Hey, bums. The bum?
They'll go gang stalk. Listen.
Shut up, you fucking little bum.
Right on, asshole.
Bum? Yes, you two little bums. My bums?
Be nice.
You fucking little criminals.
Be nice. No.
Get the fuck on. You fucking little criminal.
You ain't gonna talk, you gotta fuck you up.
Do it right now. I'm standing right here.
Okay. Now you just heard him threaten me. I've already been assaulted twice in San Diego, California. Now, Why won't the San Diego police make a police report concerning the factual reality that I'm a victim of this crime? You just heard gang stalk being constantly said around me continuously and repetitively in the Social Services office on July 23rd, 2012, and that Social Services office is 50 miles away from La Jolla, where this event just transpired last night on Thanksgiving. That's right. Then you heard it happening at SDSU 10 days before the Social Services event. Right now in my possession, I have over 12 separate tape recorders, okay, numerous amounts of microcards that go into two separate models of tape recorders. I got these two separate models right here. You can put microcards in them so you can extend the memory. I have 40 to 50 microcards, numerous memory cards for video files, over 12 tape recorders, and between all of this, I have over 800 at least audio files of this method happening around me every single day, everywhere I go, non-stop, continuously, everywhere I go, every single day for the last 2 years. It even being caught on video inside the San Diego City Council meeting. That's right, on August 23rd, 2013. It was also caught on audio inside the San Diego Police Department headquarters on July 23rd, 2013, happening in the same exact identical way. It's their way to let me know that I'm being stalked by getting around me and repeating the name of the crime that's happening to me non-stop every day. And that's not including all the other things that they're doing to my personal life that are being covertly managed. Now, in organized stalking and gang stalking expeditions, what they do is try to imply that the target is crazy. Like when the police are called after an event, which they could have easily been called after the event that just occurred yesterday. Let's see if on any date I'm walking up the same sidewalk and a neighbor calls the police and says, I heard this woman last night yelling outside my window and swearing at two guys who never bother nobody. That's right. Because they would use anybody and everybody. Go to YouTube and type in gang stalking bullying on steroids. You'll literally hear an individual being covered on the news stating that he's harassed every single where he goes, every single day. And this is the audio of that news broadcast right here.
Steroids. This story on our website, kcba.com. Lieutenant, police call it bullying on steroids. We're talking about gang stalking, but it actually has nothing to do with the gangs that we first think of. South Coast News reporter Candace Wynn learned more about the trend and how it's getting more dangerous because of the internet.
Yeah, it makes me feel afraid.
Lawrence Gazzino claims his neighbors are gang stalking him because he plays loud music late at night and is outspoken. He said for the last year and a half he's been systematically followed by a group of people. At one point he said they climbed on his roof to harass him. Gazzino said he's developed a paranoia that's devastated his relationships with friends and, worst of all, family.
That's the worst part of it. If it was me, I would take action.
Santa Cruz Police Lieutenant Larry Richards said police are becoming more aware of gang stalking because of cyberbullying. But what is gang stalking? Basically, the victims could be driving their car or talking on their phones or walking the streets when a group of people try to systematically terrorize them. Richards said gang stalking is nothing new, but new technology is making it more common.
Gang stalking itself, they have elevated themselves to technology. So this is something that's been going on before the age of Facebook, Twitter, those other social websites. They just now have gone into those areas.
Gazzino said he's proof that the problem isn't just online and that it can hit too close to home, a home he plans on leaving because of gang stalking.
I want to be able to go to the tennis course and play tennis or play ping pong without people following us everywhere. It's just nerve-wracking.
I'm Candace Wen in Salinas, your Central Coast News.
If found guilty of gang stalking, the person may face criminal, conspiracy, and stalking charges, all of which are felony charges in California.
Now this audio file right here is an audio file of 3 separate targeted individuals being gang stalked in Virginia, who I guess are meeting somewhere in Pennsylvania, then being covered on the news. This is what's happening to their lives. And these expeditions are going on in every state in the United States, and they're even going on in other countries as well. Just listen to this. This is reference to a YouTube title that says TB News Story on Gang Stalking You can go to YouTube and type in TB, hang on. Kids refers to a YouTube title that says TB News Stories on Gang Stalking. Talking hang on. Kids refers to a YouTube title that says TB News Story on Gang Stalking. WDTV. Fox 10, adult bullying victim speaks out. This is the audio of that video. Listen to this.
Here in 5 News, we've told you about different kinds of bullying that goes down in schools.
That's right, but bullying doesn't just affect children.
Here in 5 News, we've told you about different kinds of bullying that goes down in schools.
That's right, but bullying doesn't just affect children. It can affect us adults as well. Aaron McPherson talked to a group of people today who shared their story. Aaron, what did these people tell you?
I met 3 people today who are victims of adult bullying, or as they refer to it, organized stalking. 2 of them are from Pennsylvania, but we're in the area for their support group, which helps them get through their daily struggles of people constantly putting them down.
We feel as though there is a great abuse going on, not only in our country, but across the world. This is a global problem.
John and Terry are friends from Pennsylvania who have been living in fear for years.
I was inundated with harassment. Just absolutely inundated with it. I would be told what I did that day, what I did the day before, where I went, what I had to eat, what I was wearing currently, where I was sitting in my apartment.
Some of us that are single people that live alone are harassed in the community, the hacking of our electronic devices, computers, phones.
These are just 2 of the many people in the world who are victims of stalkers and bullying.
It's totally immature. It's like 10-year-olds on the school playyard bullying, but yet it's like on steroids with adults, and it goes so much further than that.
People who suffer from this lose money from changing locks, fixing computers, or even moving.
Just a slow takedown of a person's life over time. I had a respectable career, and I was married, and I had a home, I had cars, typical thing, set up, and now I don't have a whole lot left in the world.
Terry and John told us they have gone to the police with this information, but apparently they lack the evidence needed for a case.
I actually took
Okay, now, at the beginning of this, hang on a second. At the beginning of this particular audio file, you heard the woman say that these individuals send her communications to let her know what she's wearing, what she ate in her home, what she did in the privacy of her home. I want you to go to Google, YouTube right now, and type in cell phone hacking and gang stalking. Okay? And basically what they can do is hack into your cell phone. Okay? They can use it as to hack into your camera. They can use the part of the phone that you speak into as a microphone, even when the phone is turned off. They can also hack in. They will also break into your home and set up voice-activated recorders, video cameras. They'll hack into the camera on your computer, so they can watch what you're doing and then either send you electronic voice messages on your phone or emails to regurgitate to you what you did in the privacy of your own home. Now, to see that that's a gang stalking method, go to Google and type in the direct conversation method. That's where they will insert personal information that they have ascertained concerning what you did in the privacy of your home, your email accounts, your cell phone, and then send you communications to let you know what you did in your home in order to make you feel stalked, threatened, to let you know your privacy has been violated. And if you don't believe me, listen to this.
And now, your hosts, Mike Jarrett and Juliette Huddy.
I'm sure you've been following this. It sounds like a horror movie. Innocent families terrorized in their own homes by a group of anonymous hackers.
Yeah, this is an incredible story. Imagine somebody hearing everything that you say, seeing everything that you do, and using that information to threaten your children's lives.
For 3 families in Washington State, this is no movie. It is a campaign of technological terror they say is so real.
Joining us to share their stories, sisters Darcy Price and Heather Kuykendall. It is good to have both of you here.
Also with us, CEO of IDTheftSecurity.com, Robert Chiliano. And Robert, good to see you again. I know you were on just a couple of days ago. We need some some information out of you, but first, the story. Give us some, Courtney, and you also have 2 other children, right? What are their ages?
10, Katie's 10, and then Connor's 9.
And Courtney is 16.
She's 16.
Just, how did it start?
Well, it seemed to start with her cell phone, and it spread almost as a virus. It sent out text messages to about 25 contacts in her phone.
The very same message is going to spread out over 25
Exactly.
people.
It spread out to about 25 people. And then from there, it just went crazy. She noticed her phone doing weird things, so she powered it down, and they powered it back on by itself. Hard to believe. I hardly believed it myself until the next day. My cell phone and my husband's was charging on our kitchen counter, and we started getting phone calls too, restricted phone calls.
Like somebody else was in total control of this phone.
Total control
of your
of the phone. And so we powered it off, and then our phones, I watched them power back on.
Okay.
If I hadn't seen it from my own eyes,
Maybe we should listen to one of the sound bites so you guys get a feel for exactly what these folks are hearing when they answer their cell phone.
Get the out. We will kill people like Curtis when you least expect. All your stupid friends.
And Curtis is the school, right? Is that where Heather goes?
That's where Courtney
Courtney. Sure, Heather. Courtney goes. When it got most scary for me, if I was in your family, is when it seemed like they're not only hacking into your conversations, they can see what you're doing. Tell me about the night you were all watching American Idol, like most families do in this country.
Yeah, we were sitting in our living room, and my husband was on his cell phone, and so the camera phone would have been facing the couch that I was sitting at with my 2 young children. My son was eating top ramen covered in a blanket.
The noodles.
Yeah. And they described the blanket my son was covered in. They said they wanted a bite of his top ramen, and they said what...
scare the heck out of you.
They said the color of my 10-year-old daughter's shirt, and they even said what it said, like a Roxy shirt, and told my husband to stop writing on the yellow legal pad.
We knew it was terrible before this, but she called me that night. She was bawling. She said, I'm losing it.
That's when I just
can see me now.
So clearly, somebody's watching. Somebody knows where you guys are. They know the colors of your cars. They know when you get out of them. And I know that you had a recent incident, Heather.
Okay, so cell phone hacking and gang stalking is a factual reality. Look in the description of this YouTube video for YouTube titles for cooperative material to show you this crime's happening to me, and then ask yourself, why won't the San Diego police make a police report? Thank you.